Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2025 Hyundai IONIQ 5 XRT. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The IONIQ 5 XRT brings additional off-road capability and a bolder, more rugged appearance, making it a more appealing option for those who like to venture off the beaten path. Along with this new trim, the entire IONIQ 5 lineup has been given a number of thoughtful updates with the 2025 model year. It offers more driving range and innovative features, resulting in improved convenience, performance, and safety. Additionally, the IONIQ 5 will be the first model range manufactured at the brand new Hyundai Motor Group Metaplant America facility in Georgia. Originally launched for the 2022 model year, the IONIQ 5 represents a clear departure from past norms, with a design language inspired by Hyundai's 45 EV concept from 2019. It carries over many of the concept's signature details, including parametric pixel LED lighting elements and decorative accent lighting across the V-shaped front bumper. Flush automatic door handles contribute to clean surface styling and improved aerodynamics, extending or retracting automatically when the car is unlocked or locked via the remote or touch-sensitive smart key system. Along the sides, a sharp crease defines the transition between the front and rear forms, while the strong C-pillar shape inspired by the concept gives the vehicle a commanding presence. In a segment crowded with derivative designs, the IONIQ 5 stands out for its visually engaging and distinctive styling. The vehicle rides on Hyundai's exclusive electric global modular platform, which allows for optimized performance and maximized interior space, highlighted by a long 118.1-inch wheelbase. It also delivers best-in-class ultra-fast charging, reaching 10 to 80% in as little as 20 minutes. One of the biggest updates for 2025 include increased battery capacities. The SE standard range increases from 58 to 63 kilowatt-hour, while the other trims increase from 77.4 to 84 kilowatt-hour. With the addition of an NACS charging port, the IONIQ 5 now has easy access to the vast Tesla supercharging network. With the addition of an NACS charging port, the IONIQ 5 now has easy access to the vast Tesla supercharging network. Numerous interior updates, new infotainment and convenience technology, updated safety features, and overall usability improvements further enhance the cabin and general user experience. The IONIQ 5 is now offered in 5 trim levels: SE Standard Range, SE, SEL, XRT, and Limited, with base pricing ranging from $44,200 to $57,100. Of course, you also have the high-performance IONIQ 5N, but I hope to cover that fully in a separate review. When equipped with a single motor and rear-wheel drive, the SE, SEL, and Limited trims achieve a maximum EPA estimated driving range of 318 miles, while the entry-level standard range comes in at 245 miles. A dual-motor all-wheel drive setup is available for an additional $3,500, providing increased power and permanent all-wheel drive traction, though it reduces estimated range. SE and SEL all-wheel drive models drop to 290 miles, the Limited all-wheel drive to 269 miles, and the off-road focused all-wheel drive only XRT is rated at 259 miles. Options such as cyber gray exterior paint and carpeted floor mats bring the total MSRP of this example, including destination, to $57,840. The XRT comes exclusively with a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup paired with the 84 kilowatt-hour battery and a 23mm increased suspension lift tuned for enhanced off-road capability. Its design is more aggressive than the other trims, with unique front and rear bumpers, stylish side skirts, and dedicated 18-inch black aluminum wheels wrapped in 235/60 all-terrain tires. Etched digital camouflage cladding and blacked out trim, including mirror caps, side sills, window surrounds, and badges, underscore its rugged character, while approach and departure angles improved to 19.8 and 30 degrees, compared with 17.5 and 25.4 degrees on the other trims. The XRT is available in two exclusive exterior colors, Ultimate Red and Cosmic Blue Pearl, emphasizing its distinctive style. Inside, the XRT offers black H-Tex seating surfaces featuring XRT-specific patterns and logos, a black headliner, and unique door trim. While it doesn't feel as posh as a Limited and lacks a sunroof, it's still very nicely equipped. The IONIQ 5 comes with a few different wheel options depending on the trim. The SE, SEL, and rear-wheel drive Limited have aerodynamic 19 by 7.5 inch alloy wheels with 235/55 all-season tires. If you step up to the all-wheel drive Limited, you get larger 20 by 8.5 inch wheels with 255/45 all-season tires. The XRT takes a different approach with 18 by 7.5 inch wheels that have a chunkier matte black design to match the rest of its off-road aesthetics. They're paired with more aggressive 235/60 all-terrain tires, giving it a really tough, rugged look. On some roads you'll hear a little more tire noise, but honestly it's not bad, it's barely noticeable. The IONIQ 5 stays impressively quiet, even at highway speeds, which is really noticeable in an EV since everything around you is so silent. Wind noise is well controlled too, thanks to the sleek shape, flush door handles, acoustic glass, and underbody cladding. The brakes perform well. Up front, you've got 12.8-inch internally ventilated discs with single-piston calipers, and the rear uses 12.8-inch solid discs. There's an electronic brake booster that keeps the pedal feel consistent and responsive. The parking brake is electronic, and you can toggle it on or off with a switch on the left side of the dash. There's also an auto hold button in the same spot, which comes in handy in stop-and-go traffic. Stopping from 60 miles an hour takes about 125 feet, and you can even adjust the brake feel through the infotainment system, choosing between normal and sport. Like other Hyundai EVs, the IONIQ 5 lets you play with regenerative braking. There are paddles behind the steering wheel that lets you cycle through 4 levels, from coasting freely to full one-pedal driving. Once you get used to it, it's a really intuitive way to manage deceleration and recapture energy. You can also hold one of the paddles for a few seconds to activate Smart Regeneration, which automatically adjusts how much regen you get based on traffic and speed. The battery pack sits flat across the whole floor, mounted low and central. This does 2 things. It opens up a lot of interior space and it lowers the center of gravity, which helps it handle better. It's not designed to be inherently sporty, but it's surprisingly fun on back roads, especially with the instant torque you get from an EV. The suspension is fully independent, with McPherson struts up front and a 5-link setup in the rear, and the XRT adds an extra 23 millimeters of ride height. On the road, it's a nice balance. It soaks up bumps well, but still feels firm and sporty enough to be engaging. The steering is electric, with the motor mounted directly on the rack. It doesn't give a ton of feel, but it's quick, precise, and really responsive in the corners. Sport mode makes it a bit firmer, too. It takes 2.67 turns from lock to lock, has a 14.26:1 ratio, and a turning diameter of 39.4 feet. The new for 2025 steering wheel is tilt and reach adjustable, flat-bottomed, leather-wrapped, and has big bolsters for grip. There are controls in the upper spokes for the radio, hands-free phone, driver info system, cruise control, and some safety features. The center H logo, inspired by Morse code, even has LED indicators for things like active safety alerts, drive mode, and charging status. On the SEL and above, the wheel is heated, which is a nice touch. The digital instrument cluster is really versatile and thoroughly improved for 2025. You can see drive mode graphics, navigation prompts, trip data, and even a real-time power flow monitor. It can change automatically with drive mode, or you can customize it yourself with different layouts, colors, and fonts. When active safety features like adaptive cruise control or lane following are on, the cluster gives you a simplified augmented reality style view so you can keep important information in your line of sight. The XRT has Hyundai's blind spot view monitor, which shows a live feed of the lane next to you in the cluster when you hit a turn signal. The Limited is the only trim that offers a head-up display. The IONIQ 5 offers a versatile range of drive motors and battery options to suit nearly any driver's needs. At its core is an energy-dense nickel-cobalt-manganese battery pack available in two sizes, 63 kWh and 84 kWh. These low-mounted underfloor packs power both rear-wheel drive and dual-motor all-wheel drive layouts, with varying horsepower at the front and rear axles for excellent traction and capability. The smaller 63 kWh pack is exclusive to the SE standard range, while the larger 84 kWh pack can be paired with either a single rear motor or a dual motor setup, which adds a front motor for all-wheel drive. The dual motor all-wheel drive setup delivers a combined 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque, providing near instantaneous torque that makes driving thrilling. Highway passing and evasive maneuvers are effortless thanks to responsive throttle and abundant on-demand power. With this configuration, the IONIQ 5 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles an hour in approximately 4.6 seconds, with a top speed electronically limited to 115 miles per hour. Driving range varies by battery and motor configuration. The SE standard range with its 63 kWh battery and single rear motor generates 168 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, achieving 245 miles of EPA estimated range. With the 84 kWh battery and a single rear motor, the SE, SEL, and Limited trims reach 225 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque with a maximum driving range of 318 miles. The dual-motor all-wheel drive versions of the SE, SEL, and Limited have ranges of 290 or 269 miles depending on the trim and wheels, while the off-road focused XRT drops slightly further to 259 miles because of its increased ride height, chunkier tires, so on and so forth. The IONIQ 5 uses a fixed ratio single-speed reduction gear system integrated into the electric motors. Shifting is handled by a shift-by-wire controller to the right of the steering column. Press the brake and rotate forward for drive, backward for reverse, or hold halfway for neutral. Park is engaged via the button on the end of the controller. On the steering wheel, a drive mode button cycles through Eco, Normal, Sport, and My Drive, while terrain modes, Snow, Mud, and Sand, are accessed at the base of the wheel. The infotainment system allows additional customization, letting you adjust brake feel, power output, acceleration sensitivity, steering response, and driveline behavior. Throttle response is the most immediate difference between the various modes. Active sound design adds a customizable, spaceship-like cabin sound that changes with your driving style and volume setting. Charging is equally innovative. The IONIQ 5 supports standard 800-volt charging but can also accept a 400-volt input without adapters, thanks to a patented multi-charging system that boosts 400-volt to 800-volt for stable compatibility. Using a fast charger, either battery can go from 10 to 80% in about 20 minutes. The larger battery can charge from 10 to 100% in about 7 hours and 20 minutes via level 2 charging and the 10.9 kilowatt onboard charger with an appropriate 240 volt outlet. DC fast charging at 150 kilowatt takes roughly 30 minutes for 10 to 80%, while a CCS adapter at 50 kilowatt takes about 1 hour 21 minutes. While you can use a standard 120 volt household outlet to charge times would be significantly longer due to the low current, so if the vehicle is used regularly, it's not a real viable option. Real-world charge times will vary based on battery state, health, charger output, settings, and ambient temperature. The charge port is on the rear passenger side, it's power operated, and features an LED charge status indicator following the IONIQ 5's pixel theme. The battery packs are relatively light and mounted low to improve cabin space and lower the center of gravity. A separate cooling block helps make the packs more compact. The XRT weighs roughly 4,707 pounds, with about 1,052.5 pounds from the battery pack alone. The IONIQ 5 also offers vehicle-to-load functionality, letting you power or charge devices like e-bikes, scooters, or camping equipment. Using a standard 120-volt outlet, it can provide 1.9 kilowatt peak power through an accessory adapter that plugs into the exterior charge port. New NACS adapters are available, though older J1772 versions remain compatible with a Tesla adapter. The XRT and limited trims include a second 120-volt outlet at the base of the rear seat for charging laptops, phones, or other devices without an adapter. Now, if you already have a J1772 charger setup, you can pick up an adapter to go to the NACS style relatively cheap. I went with the same brand of my charger, which is Electron. If you'd like to learn more about it, I've got a link to my Amazon store down in the description box below. It's worked really well. The IONIQ 5's interior stands out for how well it blends comfort, sustainability, and modern design. It's solidly built, impressively quiet, and filled with eco-friendly materials that give it a refined yet distinctive feel. Clever details and a concept car-like aesthetic set the tone, while the 2025 updates improve ergonomics, technology, and convenience to make everyday use even more seamless. Throughout my week of driving, I didn't notice a single creak or rattle, which really speaks to how well insulated the cabin is. Many of the touch points, including the seats, headliner, door trim, floor, and armrests, use sustainably sourced materials, including recycled bottles, plant-based yarns, natural wool yarns, and bio-paint with plant extracts. The combination gives the interior a unique theme that's pleasant to the touch and visually interesting. Trim levels bring their own finishes. The SE comes with cloth seating, while the SEL and above feature a high-quality leatherette that's supple enough to pass for real leather. The XRT features black H-Tex seating surfaces with an XRT unique pattern and embossed logo, providing durability and comfort. A black headliner ties the cabin together. XRT badged all-weather floor mats are standard, designed to handle mud, snow, or anything you track in after an adventure. Carpet mats are optional. Combined with matte finish trim pieces and other durable interior accents, the XRT sets itself apart from the more posh Limited, which offers a couple of interior color themes, unique accents, a panoramic sunroof, and several other exclusive features. Because the battery pack sits so low between the axles, the cabin floor is pretty much flat, giving passengers more legroom and flexibility for different seating arrangements. For 2025, Hyundai introduced a wide range of updates to make the cabin even more comfortable and user-friendly. The HVAC controls have been redesigned for easier operation, and the center console now includes physical buttons for frequently used functions like heated and ventilated front seats and the heated steering wheel, not to mention the park assist system. The upper portion of the universal island console has been reworked, and the wireless charging pad has been relocated for significantly improved usability. On top of that, there's a new steering wheel design, and heated rear seats are now standard on the SEL and above. Together, these refinements notably improve ergonomics and convenience, creating a cabin that feels more like a modern living space. Standard equipment include an 8-way power driver's seat with lumbar support and heated front seats, while the SEL and above add a heated steering wheel and an 8-way power passenger seat. On the Limited, you also get ventilated front seats and a relaxation function for the driver. This lets the seat recline fully while extending a built-in footrest, perfect for taking a power nap at a charging station. The only thing missing is a massage feature. The cabin has a playful, lounge-like vibe. There's even a magnetic board to the left of the digital instrument cluster for pinning notes or photos, almost like a mini fridge door. Unfortunately, the XRT does not share the Limited's ambient lighting, which wraps around the speaker grills and other details, elevating the atmosphere. Technology also took a major step forward for 2025. A more powerful next-generation 12.3-inch infotainment system is now standard, with quicker response and sharper graphics. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are finally supported across the range, and all models gain wireless over-the-air software updates, not just for maps and multimedia, but for major control systems, allowing Hyundai to add new features or enhancements remotely. Connectivity has also been refreshed, with USB Type-C ports replacing the old USB-A setup, one USB-C data port in the front, two USB-C charging ports up front, and another two for rear passengers. The infotainment system is super responsive and features high-resolution graphics, a low-glare display, and a capacitive touch interface just like a smartphone. If taking a trip, the navigation system provides real-time travel radius mapping based on the current state of charge, while connected services can help search and plan the best route to include a charging station along the way. Many menus allow for split-screen functionality, so you can customize what information you want displayed at any given time. Bluetooth multi-connection support is also available, so two devices can be paired at the same time, one for phone calls and one for streaming audio. For those times where you're just sitting idle and feel like relaxing, there's a Sounds of Nature ambient system that offers a variety of calming themes so you can create a peaceful retreat. Of course, you also have your typical media features like AM/FM radio, satellite radio, and USB connectivity. Additional cool features of this infotainment system include the ability to make voice memos, activate a valet mode, turn on a quiet mode, which disables rear seat sound and limits the overall volume, and a variety of BlueLink features such as weather updates and more. The IONIQ 5 now supports the latest version of Hyundai Digital Key on the SEL and above. Digital Key 2 Touch allows owners to leave their key fob at home and use an iPhone, Apple Watch, or Samsung Galaxy smartphone to lock, unlock, and start the vehicle. After the vehicle key has been added to Apple Wallet or Samsung Pass, users can simply hold the supported device near the door handle to lock or unlock the vehicle. Touching an Apple Watch near or placing the phone in the wireless charger and then pressing the start button allows the driver to start the vehicle. Apple Wallet or Samsung Pass also allows secure sharing of keys with family and friends. The IONIQ 5's dynamic voice recognition system accepts simple voice commands to conveniently control cabin AC, radio, hatch opening and closing, heated steering wheel, heated and cooled seats, and other functions. The system can also assist with various points of interest, weather status, and stock market updates. The IONIQ 5 comes with one of the most well-rounded safety and driver assistance packages in its class. Even at the base SE trim, you get a robust suite of standard features designed to actively support the driver and help prevent accidents. These include forward collision avoidance assist with pedestrian and cyclist detection, blind spot collision avoidance assist, rear cross traffic collision avoidance assist, lane keeping assist, lane following assist, driver attention warning, high beam assist, speed limit assist, highway driving assist, and parking distance warning for both front and rear, making tight spots and low speed maneuvers much less stressful. Stepping up to the XRT or limited trims expands these capabilities. Rain-sensing windshield wipers are added, along with a surround view monitor that provides a 360-degree top-down view, particularly useful in parking lots or tight spaces. The blind spot view monitor projects a live camera feed into the gauge cluster whenever you signal a lane change, removing the guesswork of checking over your shoulder. Highway Driving Assist 2, standard on the SEL and above, builds on the base system and includes automatic lane change assist. The Limited also features a high-tech head-up display with augmented reality, projecting turn-by-turn navigation, lane guidance, current speed, and safety alerts nearly 4 feet ahead of your line of sight for a more focused driving experience. Passive safety is equally thorough. The IONIQ 5 includes dual front airbags, side impact airbags for the driver and front passenger, and side curtain airbags that extend protection for rear occupants. Rollover sensors deploy the curtain airbags in potential rollover scenarios, adding another layer of protection. For 2025, Hyundai introduced new safety and convenience features, including a hands-on detection steering wheel, lane following assist 2, remote smart parking assist 2, and parking collision avoidance assist in reverse, forward, and side directions. A rear wiper washer combo has also been added based on customer feedback, improving everyday practicality. Beyond electronics, the body, front and rear doors, and B-pillar structure have been reinforced to improve side collision protection. Safety is further enhanced with a total of 8 airbags, including second-row side airbags. Together with the advanced driver assistance system, these updates make the IONIQ 5 one of the most confidence-inspiring and secure vehicles in its segment. The IONIQ 5's rear seat is spacious and comfortable, reflecting how well the platform was utilized. With the battery pack down low, the cabin's flat floor improves legroom but also allows 3 passengers to sit side by side, being that there's no hump in the middle. At 5 foot 10 inches, I found both headroom and legroom to be more than adequate, with ample space to stretch out even on longer drives. Versatility is another strength. The rear seat can slide forward up to 5.3 inches to increase cargo space, recline for added comfort, or fold flat to expand the storage area. There are 3 adjustable headrests and a fold-down center armrest with cup holders, making long trips more convenient for passengers. Keeping rear occupants comfortable, adjustable air vents are mounted in the B-pillars, and child seat anchors are included in all 3 positions. Additional amenities include LED overhead lighting, coat hooks, multiple storage areas, and USB charging ports located in the back of the center console. You also have the vehicle-to-load adapter in the front of the rear seat above the floor. In terms of interior space, the dimensions are generous. Second-row legroom measures approximately 39.4 inches, headroom is around 39.4 inches as well, and shoulder room is roughly 57.5 inches. When comparing the XRT to a Limited, there are a few notable differences in rear seat experience. The Limited offers additional luxury touches such as the fixed panoramic glass roof with sunshade, as well as manual sunshades for the rear doors. The uninterrupted expanse of glass in the Limited creates an enhanced sense of openness and adds to the cabin's airy ambiance. Otherwise, the Limited retains all of the XRT's rear seat functionality, but with a slightly more refined and luxurious presentation. Overall, the IONIQ 5's rear seat strikes an excellent balance of space, comfort, and practicality. The rear cabin is roomy, supportive, and well-appointed, with thoughtful touches that make both short commutes and longer journeys enjoyable. The Limited enhances this experience with additional luxury features, but the XRT's combination of comfort, adjustability, and rugged style makes it a very compelling choice for those who value versatility and durability in their EV. The trunk is thoughtfully designed for both everyday use and larger hauling needs, and it's surprisingly versatile for a compact electric SUV. On the SEL and above, you get a hands-free smart liftgate, which is a really convenient feature. You don't have to dig around for keys or swing your foot under the bumper like with some other systems. The liftgate senses your key fob as you approach and opens automatically. It makes loading groceries, luggage, or any heavy gear much simpler. Of course, if you prefer, there's also traditional buttons to open and close the liftgate manually, giving you full control. The automatic function can be disabled from the infotainment system. Inside the cargo area, there are provisions for an available cargo privacy cover that keeps items out of sight, along with a 60-40 split folding rear seat for added flexibility. Beneath the trunk floor, there's a hidden compartment that's perfect for stowing smaller items or valuables. The floor can be positioned so that it hangs open at a fixed point so you can get to the underside space without having to hold it up or remove it. Of course, it can be removed entirely if needed. In terms of space, the IONIQ 5 delivers 27.2 cubic feet of cargo room behind the rear seats, which expands to a generous 59.3 cubic feet when the rear seats are folded down. With the floor in place, you get a flat, continuous surface that extends all the way to the front seats, which is great for sliding in larger boxes, suitcases, or gear without awkward gaps or steps. On either side of the cargo area, you'll find D-rings for securing items, LED lighting for visibility at night, and a 12-volt power outlet for charging devices or powering small accessories. Overall, the IONIQ 5's trunk is both practical and user-friendly. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing so and make sure those notifications are on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.